What's up? It's Tyler from Plugged On here. I'm here with an album review. This one is a few weeks late, so I apologize, but it's an album that I've been listening to a lot. Just kind of caught me, to be honest with you. And that's the new album from the band Royal Thunder entitled WICK. This came out on Spine Farm Records. This is their third album. So if you don't know Royal Thunder, you could say that they're a rock band, I guess, with a lot of different influences. A little bit of sludginess at times, a grungy type feel, some psychedelic sort of stuff. I mean, they had just hints of stuff all over the place, which is very cool to me, and it just creates a very, very unique sound. I've known Royal Thunder since they kind of came out, but I never really jammed them a lot, only from time to time, and they never fully grabbed me until this album. And I know this album came out like April 7th, I believe, so I know I am a few weeks late on it, but this album, like, it came out, and I listened to it, and I went, wow, this is actually pretty good. And then I didn't listen to it for like a week, a few days at least, and then I decided, I'm going to listen to that Royal Thunder album one more time, give it another jam, and it's just completely hooked me ever since, and I honestly can't stop listening to it. This album is just phenomenal, and I think it starts with Melanie Parsons' vocals. Her vocals are just so unique and just fucking amazing. They really are. And there's so many tracks on here that just showcase her vocal talent and how much range she has, how much kind of just soul she has, and how much just power she has in her voice. It's incredible. My favorite track on this album is We Slipped. That song, always just puts a smile on my face for some reason. I mean, it just sounds very happy. It feels a little bit classic rock like during the verses, and that's awesome. It's just so cool that they just pull in all these different type of influences, and I love her vocals during the verses of that song, but then it gets to the chorus, and it still just blows me away almost every time of just how it just very much showcases her vocal talent and the power that's in her voice. And there's other songs that really do that too. I think Tide is another really good example. And the last track, We Never Fell Asleep, is another really good one, especially towards the end when it's just vocals. She has an incredible amount of talent. I think this band has a cool sound, instrumentally, but I think she just takes it to a whole nother level. And from what I've listened to personally, like between their first two albums and this album, this album just feels so much more mature and just focused. And it does have a little bit of a different vibe and sound from their past albums, but it just feels more cohesive and stronger, to be honest with you. I do think this is the most accessible Royal Thunder album. This is definitely more of an easy listen, and to be honest with you, sometimes it's just one of the most amazing, how do I put it, palate cleansers in a way of like, man, I just rocked out to or fucking jammed a bunch of death metal, or, all week, and, I just thrashed the fuck out, and all that stuff, and it's just like, I just want to listen to something that's a little bit more chill, and just, has some really good vibes to it, and this album can just be very perfect for that type of stuff. It's an album to me that's just addicting, and it's songwriting, and it's just catchiness. Almost every song has just some massive hooks to it, whether it's the vocals in the verses, or the chorus, or the guitar riff. So I love the guitar sound on here. I love how clean it sounds, and just kind of light feeling that it has. But then it also just this sleazy type of vibe it has going on, this grungy type of feel. And April Showers is the one that stands out to me the most. I love the guitar work during that song. It's so good. It's so good the way that song starts, and it's amazing how it evolves. This band's very good at doing things at any pace, really, slower, or it doesn't get super fast, but with a faster tempo, where you take Plans or the title track or the opening track, which I think is phenomenal, Burning Tree. They're very good at doing things at whatever tempo it needs to be, and I think Burning Tree is a great example of they really on this album put together everything, in my opinion. In the vocals, in the guitar work during Burning Tree go hand in hand to me. I really like this album, man, and I know I'm late, I apologize, but don't sleep on this album, honestly. It's just an amazing listen, It's definitely one of my favorite albums of the year. It has just this undescribable hook to it that is just so hard to describe without you actually listening to the album. So yeah, that's all I have to say about WICK from Royal Thunder. I'm going to give this album a 9 out of 10. I honestly very, very much enjoyed it. It's awesome. Coming up, like I said, I apologize. There's been a lack of especially musical themed stuff on the channel, and really just anything in general. But there's a lot of stuff coming up. Just life plans have just completely gotten away. But I know there's a few albums coming out this Friday that we will be reviewing. And then we got some movie stuff, all kinds of stuff lined up. It's going to be great. I'm excited. And some list ideas that are in our head. So stay tuned. Thanks for sticking around. And I'll just be completely honest with you. This is the only album I've really been listening to in the past 3 weeks. Like, there's really nothing that came out the past 2 weeks that I've really interested. I know there's like Uneven Structure and November Doom and stuff, and those albums are fine. But I just don't like them enough to talk about them. But check this out. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.